when it comes to learning, nowadays there's so many different ways that people can learn. You can watch YouTube videos, you can listen to audiobooks, you can read. Do you know if there's from what you know about the brain, is there a difference in being able to, because a lot of people don't read things anymore, right? And because there are so many ways to learn, but is there a difference in terms of your ability to remember, upkeep, depending on the way you choose to learn something?
Yeah, well, generally learning takes place, there's two parts of it. It takes place when you're actually learning something, and then the deep penetration of learning takes place during sleep. But in fact, they've done studies on when you're training and getting the blood flow to the brain, you can actually retain more information and learn faster when you are exercising.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you're walking and listening to an audiobook?
Walking and listening. I always get the best ideas for some reason when I'm power walking. That's why I do it every morning. I'm like, oh. And then I also think about things that I need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting more blood flow to the brain whilst you're trying to learn. But there's also, you've got to be passionate about what you're learning.
Of course.
You've got to really love what you're learning so you can retain and be motivated to really embed it.
Pet Project family, we talk about meat all the time on the podcast because protein is essential for your health. That's why I partner with Piedmontese. And if you head to their website, they have so much different types of beef. They have beef sticks, beef jerky, tons of different cuts of meat. You should go check them out. Andrew, how can they learn more?
You guys got to head over to Piedmontese.com. That's Piedmontese.com. And at checkout, enter promo code POWER to save 25% off your entire order. And if your order is over $150 or more, you get free 2-day shipping. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
What are some ways to exercise the brain?
Oh, there are just so many ways.
I don't know. What it's like a top 5?
Okay, so, well, for example, exercise. When we talk about exercise, we've got aerobic physical activity, we've got resistance training, and then we've got something that I call neuroathletics, which is this neurocognitive involvement.
Neuroathletics. I like that.
Yeah, it's basically how can we get an athletic brain? And it involves doing things such as reaction training, memory drills, strobe goggles where we block out different areas of the eye and get you performing tasks. But it turns out that training your brain is just like training your body. So you get so many benefits from doing cardiovascular fitness work, aerobic work, and resistance training. So that's how you want to train. If you want to train your brain, have a healthy performing brain, you need to stick to 3 domains. It's sleep, it's exercise, and it's nutrition. They're the 3 pillars of a high performing brain.
What about for those of us that kind of like maybe want to get more out of like doing a singular thing? I know it's not too great to mix too many things together because then maybe you lose focus and maybe you kind of make yourself more, maybe you put yourself at more risk for like an attention deficit. But let's say you go for a run or you go on a walk. What are some ways to maybe enhance the brain during these walks? Would getting rid of headphones or listening to certain kinds of music, would that enhance or would that be more of a negative? Like, what are we trying to do maybe when we go on these walks? Like look around a little bit more? Or
Yeah, you can definitely look around a little bit more. But one thing that I like to do, and this comes into consideration when we're talking about Alzheimer's disease patients and mild cognitive impairment patients. So, and this is one area that I focus on, word fluency. And there's 3 letters that we generally train when we're training these, I call them athletes. I call everybody an athlete. Yeah. But when we're training these patients, and it's sticking to the letters F, S, and A. So if you're on your walk and you want something that is cognitive demanding, that requires your brain, just start thinking of words that begin with the letter F, S, and A. And you'd be surprised how hard that is.
Every one of those was foul for me. All cuss words.
But you can't.
Fuck, shit, and ass. I was like, God damn, I messed that up.
But you should see like some of my athletes, like actual young NBA athletes, when I'm getting them to like do drills, and they're like, Louisa, I've got this. I'm like, okay, if a red light comes up, that is F. If a green light comes up, that's S. Oof. And if a blue light comes up, that's A. And they're like, Louisa, this is like easy. And as soon as they have to go, they can't think of anything. And you can't repeat the word.
So you have to think of a new word every time you see. So why those letters, FSA? Why?
It's just the letters that were formulated when we do studies on Alzheimer's disease patients. So so those letters, and I come up with other ones too. I'm like letter K, and that seems to be a bit more easier for some reason. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.